everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well, and if it's your first time here, then hello, welcome. Please subscribe if you like this video, and of course like it. So today's video is going to be another marriage Q&A. I did one of these 2 weeks ago. If you haven't seen that, I will link it down below. But a lot of you guys responded really well to that video, and you enjoyed the fact that I shared more about myself, so I thought I would do a part 2 to that, because quite honestly I couldn't get through all of your questions in that video, so I'm going to try to answer a few more. And if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do, because that's where I ask you guys for these questions. So if you haven't asked me a question yet and you really want to, make sure you follow me, because the next time I do a Q&A, you can ask me your question if you haven't yet. So let's just get on with this video, because again, my baby is having a nap, and while she naps I'm going to try to get through as much questions as I can. How did you meet your husband? This is a question I got a lot, believe it or not, and it isn't an exciting story, it isn't anything long-winded, so I'm just going to answer it right now. I met him at his sister's wedding a very long time ago, and we just kept in touch from there. We just spoke straight after that. We spoke every single day, I think. Yeah, so that's where I met him. How often do you see yours and your hubs' family? Okay, so my husband's family we don't see a lot, purely because they live in London, and that is where my husband used to live before he moved to Manchester, and I used to live there as well. Yeah. So of course he doesn't get to see them as much as he'd like to, but we do go there every now and then. We go there quite a bit, I think, in a year. My family, they live in Manchester, so I see them when I see them. Okay, I like this question. Do you have much of a social life? In vlogs, you only talk to your hubs or kids? Now, I'm not ashamed to say I do not have much of a social life. I have a semi-social life. I am one of those people that doesn't like to have too much friends, okay? I can probably count on my hand how many friends I have, and that's probably like 2. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't really like having a big circle of friends. I like to keep my circle small. I like to keep myself to myself, just because I like being by myself so much, and I'm not interested in having an amazing social life. I'm at a point in my life, even though I'm only 20, oh my god, I'm 25. Even though I'm only 25, I enjoy different things. I don't really enjoy going out a lot, but if I do go out, I like to go out by myself. I really enjoy my own company, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, some people find that so weird, but I really do enjoy my own company. When my husband goes to the gym, I love it. I love that me time, and I would rather have me time than have a social life. So a lot of times whenever I get invited to go somewhere with my friend, I'm honestly like one of those people that wants to cancel every single time. But I do enjoy myself when I do go out, but I just like my own company more than I like the company of others. I know that seems like such a weird thing to say, but that's just who I am. I don't know, is anyone else like that? Can you share some pics of you as a bride? I cannot do that. I really wish I could, but I can't, because on my wedding day I didn't wear hijab and my dress was a boob tube, so I can't even try to crop my face. Because do you not gain weight? Mashallah, I do gain weight. I have gained a lot of weight. I don't know how much, because I don't own a scale. I don't believe in stepping on scales. I feel like that sort of thing just messes with your head, because if I was to weigh myself now, I'd probably obsess about losing weight. I'd probably have myself a target and say, you know what, you need to lose 5 kgs, and I'd probably weigh myself every single day, drive myself nuts, and I don't even weigh myself, guys. So that should tell you. But I do know I've gained weight, because my old clothes that I own before having a baby don't fit me no more. I'm so sad about that, honestly. Not all of them, just jeans, so I know, like, gain weight. But it's not a bad thing. I'm gonna rock it, so. How do you balance looking after 2 children, keep your house spotless, cook and work? Okay, so I don't really do a lot of these things, if I'm honest. I know it may look it. I do bits here and there, okay? I don't really obsess too much about having a spotless house. I don't obsess about having food cooked. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I speak about this sort of stuff a lot. And I don't obsess about everything being perfect. My house 90% of the time is messy. There's scattered things everywhere. If you come over, obviously I'm gonna run around like a headless chicken and make sure that my house is clean for the most part. Like, not proper clean, but clean, you know, when people come over. Everyone, you know, brown people, right? As soon as somebody calls you and they say they're coming over, you're gonna be cleaning the weirdest places For all of you that think I have my ish together, I don't. I'm just like you. I'm just like any other mum out there. I do just try to prioritize certain things. So when my baby's asleep, I will film, and when my husband comes back, I'll ask him if he can cook while I edit, or if he can look after the kids while I film or while I edit. You know, you have to help each other. It's a partnership. Like, how can my husband expect me to have kids fed and clothed, right? Because that's most important. As long as I do that, everything else doesn't matter. Have a spotless house, have food cooked, have my work done. How am I supposed to do all of these things? I am one person. I am not a maid. Okay? The answer to that is I'm not very good at balancing all these things. I just do what I can. Like I said, I just do bits and bobs here and there, and I don't worry myself about having everything perfect, as you shouldn't either, especially if you have kids to look after. They're your number one priority. As long as you're keeping them alive and you're looking after them and your mental health, everything else can wait. It can be done. Everything else can be done. Do you or did you suffer from separation anxiety when you leave Liana with her dad? My little one, I can't see the rest of that message, but I did suffer from separation anxiety. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. At the beginning, I did call him about 10 times in the space of, I don't know, 5 minutes when I left her for the first time ever, and she was absolutely fine, but it's just me. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the only person that I can leave her with right now and not worry myself into like oblivion when I leave her is my husband. I can't leave her with anyone else because that's the only person I've ever really left her with. And if I've left her with my sister once, and the entire time I could not stop worrying, and believe it or not, the entire time she was crying, and you don't understand how horrible I felt. So yeah, I do suffer from that, unfortunately. What can you do? It's a mum thing. Guys, if you hear a baby, it's Liana. She's right there. She woke up. Are your kids in a routine? Does Liana sleep well at night? My son is in a routine. Malik is in a routine. He's 5. I got him in a routine when he was 6 months old. I started sleep training him, and I can speak more about that in a different video if you want. But Liana currently does not sleep very well at night. Last night was a very bad night for me. Not gonna lie. She sleeps for about an hour and wakes up. Yeah, she's not in a routine, but she will be soon. Do you find that being a young mum takes away from enjoying life at a young age? I don't, and I could see why some people would think that. But the reason why I don't feel like that is because I'm doing absolutely everything that I would do without my kids. With my kids, if you know what I mean. We travel together, we see the world together, just the things that you think about doing when you're young, like traveling for example, and it's just a lot more fun experiencing everything through your child's eyes, like they're seeing everything for the first time. Like for example, Liana, absolutely everything fascinates her. I remember when she had her first bath and she was fascinated by water. It's just such a beautiful thing, honestly guys. When you think negatively about something, of course you're gonna have 1,000 negative things to come up with because that's what you're looking for. But if you look at the positives, you're gonna have billions. Basically, you will find what you're looking for in every situation. So for me, I don't feel like it took anything away from me. I honestly can't say I regret a single thing about being a young mum. I've always wanted to be a young mum. Alhamdulillah, I feel so blessed to be a young mum. Like, do you know how many people that would wish to be a mum? Forget being a young mum at all. So I don't take these things for granted, and I feel like everything happens for a reason. I don't think having kids has stopped us from doing anything that we wanted to do in life. Absolutely anything. I mean, I went traveling when I was 8 months pregnant to Malaysia and to Bali. Like, I went on a 16-hour flight. If that doesn't tell you that being pregnant or having kids does not stop you from doing anything, what stops you from doing things is what you tell yourself, basically. The brain is a powerful thing, guys, honestly. I honestly believe that. If you tell yourself, oh, I have kids, I can't do this, or I have kids, I can't go out for date night, or I have kids, I can't go to a different country, you won't be able to, because you keep telling yourself you can't do this, you can't do that. But if you have that I can do attitude, no matter what, then you'll be able to. That was very long-winded. When are you going to your next holiday? I was just talking about holidays, wasn't I? My next holiday, inshallah, will be when this one is around 7-8 months, so maybe in April or May. Is your hubby shy of the camera? Of course he's not. I just don't share a lot of him on my channel because it's my channel. If I want to share more of him, and if he doesn't mind being on my channel, of course. But what did he say to me once? He's like, oh my god, the worst thing is if one of my colleagues finds your channel and they know absolutely everything about my life. So I'm like, okay, I'll keep you away from it then. But he doesn't mind, honestly. It's just that I choose to just keep him out of it. What is the most important quality to look for in a husband from your experience so far? Okay, so this obviously is from my experience and what I like the most about my husband. So the quality I like and I value the most about my husband is the fact that he respects me. Okay, so respect is a big one for me, because if he doesn't respect me, okay, no one gonna respect me. My kids ain't gonna respect me, okay? Kids take everything in. They're like sponges, they absorb everything. Even when you think they're not listening, they're not watching, they're listening, okay? If you're somebody that thinks, oh, my kids will respect me because I've disciplined them, and whatever discipline technique that you use, well, right now, whenever you tell kids to do something, if they're scared of you, they'll do it because they're scared of you. Actually, I should have probably said a good character before I said respect, because if you are somebody that has good akhlaq, good character, then you're somebody that's respectful anyway. You're going to be respectful, you're going to be mindful of other people's feelings, and you're going to be helpful all the time. So good character is definitely something to look out for. I think that is extremely important. I'm from the Maldives. Hi. I would love to visit Maldives, guys. That's on my bucket list when kids are a lot older. From where you learned to cook? Love watching your videos. Thank you for watching my videos, and I taught myself how to cook. I'm not going to lie to you. Like in this day and age, this YouTube, you can teach yourself how to cook. Anybody that tells me, oh, so and so doesn't know how to cook, my brother doesn't know how to cook, my husband doesn't know how to cook, so I do it for him. It's not that they don't know, they just are not willing to learn. Okay, so if you don't know something, teach yourself. Yeah, so I taught myself by watching videos, by watching people around me, by watching my husband cook. Do you have a job apart from blogging? I've actually answered this exact question in my latest weekly vlog, so I will link it down below if you want to know the answer to that. How old is your husband, if this question is appropriate? If not, I'm really sorry. It's fine. Age is just a number, remember, it's how you feel. But my husband is 29. He's 4 years older than me. For who do you cook when you are living with your in-laws? I don't know if I understand that question, but I've not cooked for people when I'm living with my in-laws. The relationship in my culture with your in-laws, when you do live there, it isn't like the relationship, for example, if you're Pakistani or you're, I don't know, Asian and you live with your in-laws. I'm pretty sure that the rules are different there. The daughter-in-law usually I think cooks for everybody, but it's not like that in our culture. The mother-in-law cooks. If I want to cook sometimes for everybody, that's my choice. I don't have to really. I'm pretty sure it's your choice anyway. Even if you're Asian and you live with your in-laws, I'm pretty sure you don't have to cook. But it's not something that I've done before, maybe once or twice. Can you tell us more about how it was like telling your family that you're getting married? So a lot of people have actually asked this question, and in my previous video you've asked me if I could do a story time of how I told my parents that I want to get married, their reactions, etc. I will do a separate video, because if I was to answer in this video it'd be 20 minutes long in itself. So I'll probably do a chatty get ready with me and I'll answer that. Have you ever thought of moving to a different country? Of course, 110,000% yes. I'm one of those people that thinks, you know, why not? You only have one life. You should experience living in a different country, but I would never want to move permanently. So I don't mind going for about a year, 2, 3, not permanently though. I would love to experience being somewhere else, what the culture is like, especially in a Muslim country. I would love to. So hubby has actually spoken about working somewhere else in the near future, and I would be 100% up for it. So is he. Just not permanently. I couldn't commit to that. When did you start your babies on solid foods? Malika started him off when he was 4 months, and Liana, she's nearly 6 months. She's 6 months on the 26th of February, and I've already started her about 2 weeks ago. How did you meet your husband, and what was your first year of marriage like? Well, anybody that tells you that first year of marriage is easy or is a breeze is lying. First year of marriage was difficult because obviously, it's obvious, I think, you're adjusting to someone else's way of living. okay? You're adjusting to everything, you're sharing a space, you are in each other's faces all the time. It's difficult to say the least. First year is really tough, I think, but after you've gone past that first year and you learn to start compromising, and you learn to be patient, and you learn that, you know, you are a team and you need to work together if you're going to make it work, then, you know, it starts going back up. But first year, it just seems like it's going downhill, really. I'm not gonna lie, that is my honest opinion about what my first year of marriage is like. Someone else's first year of marriage may be breezy and perfect, but it gets better. It just gets better and better, I reckon. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I feel like this video is extremely long. I'm not gonna know how long it is until I've edited it, but I hope you've enjoyed it. Anyway, let me know if you enjoyed it, if it's super long. If not, let me know also. I will take constructive criticism. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed learning more about me, and if there's any other questions that I haven't answered, make sure you leave them down below so that I can keep them in mind for the next Q&A. And once again, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do, because that's where I ask you guys to ask me questions. So if you'd like to be a part of that and you want to ask me a question for my next video, make sure you follow me on Instagram, and I will catch you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.